with my iPad, Safari can't open the page because the address is invalid. So that, but obviously it's not because here I am. So I don't know, stupid fucking iPad.
You know, iPads are weird. Sometimes they make a syntax error, like they try to grab more of the word little HTML code and don't translate it. So you may sometimes, it can be useful to just go to zoom.us and put in the meeting number.
And put it in manually, right?
Yeah.
Although this one I think has a passcode as well.
Yeah, in which case you'd have to manually copy that over too.
Let's see. I'm just looking at it. Wonder. Yeah, I don't fucking know. How annoying. Anyway, everybody's so tiny on my phone.
Tiny people. It's the tiny people. Roz, you're muted.
You can't hear. We're having a lot of audio and connection problems.
Oh my God, I don't know why I'm late. How did I must have done that to myself. Anyway. How's everybody? Sorry, I haven't been around much in the last week or so. Hopefully,
We missed you.
Well, now that the
Cut your
clock.
hair again?
No, I just got out of the bath. But now that the clocks have come back, hopefully it's a 9 p.m. time for me, so that's not too late. So
well, that'll last about a week or two.
Yeah, I think we have our clock change on November 1, right? Next weekend?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That means it'll go back. So that means, like, I never really get the hang of clocks going forward and back.
Yeah, we'll go back. So
Right.
same, you just went back, right?
Yeah, so then it'll be 8 p.m. my time. No,
I think it'll go back to 10, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Right.
In Oregon, we were going to vote to abolish that horrible system of fucking up your circadian rhythms.
Yeah.
I didn't, Astrid, did you hear anything about that? I thought we were going to get a vote on it.
No, I did not hear.
They made us pick between
I think they might do it here after Brexit, because it doesn't really suit England to do it. It suits it for Scotland because they need that extra. They need that light because they're so far north.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense for Scotland.
So what's going to happen is that's going to even create even more a two-country attitude. Because like the Scots will be like, wow, we're on a different time zone. We might as well be our own country now. So
they've
just fair enough.
Waiting for this very moment to happen so that they could jump ship.
Exactly.
I grew up, my grandma lived on the very eastern border of Illinois, and my aunt, my mom's sister, lived on the very west border of Indiana. So it was probably a half an hour between their two homes with, driving. But there was a time difference between Illinois and Indiana. So my entire childhood, it was like, so we're going to meet at 4 o'clock. And then it would always be like, Indiana time or Illinois time? Like, it was just
how annoying.
Always the topic of conversation. And my aunt actually lived in Indiana, but worked in Illinois. So
oh God,
it was nuts. I was like, why don't you just live on Illinois time? Like, why would you ever live on Indiana time? No, we're Hoosiers, which for my family was a proud thing. I don't know. Hoosiers were like Hoosier proud.
Or what? What did you call it? You what? Hoosiers.
I don't know if you guys grew up with, but there's a term that people from Indiana call themselves, which is Hoosiers. And I don't even know where
like
that
why. It's
comes
such
from.
a weird, like, what the hell is that?
But it's a term of pride if you're from Indiana, but it's like a derogatory, it's like, a redneck or something if you're not from Indiana. Yeah, it's kind of backwards. So my mom was shocked to find out that a Hoosier wasn't a good thing. She'd always been raised that Hoosiers were good.
But what is it? Like, what's the etymology of the word?
I have no idea, but Indiana University is still Hoosiers.
Right. But are
Almost
they-
everything here is stolen from Native Americans, but that doesn't sound like it is.
But why do they call them Hoosiers?
Yeah.
There's probably lost in time, the reason why.
Oh, okay. There's history thing that comes up on Google that Governor Joseph Wright potentially derived Hoosier from an Indian word for corn, huza.
Yeah.
There you go.
Everything's Native American. Yeah.
There you go. Right.
Well, my cousins from Indiana, because I was from Missouri, they called me pukes. They would say, "You're a puke." And then we'd be like, "What?" Because we were not from like rural Missouri. We didn't know that we were pukes. We were from St. Louis, right? But my cousins would tease me and call us pukes, as if Hoosier was a source of pride.
Weird.
Yeah.
I feel a meditation coming on that's made up entirely of like these odd regional.
Yeah,
insults
We'll have to
in
get,
terms
we'll
of
have to get
pride.
Anita in for that one, because I'm sure the Okies have something.
Oh, I bet there's some good ones.
Definitely North Carolina. I mean, the state school, just like the Hoosiers, UNC is the Tar Heels. And that's a term for back in the pre-Civil War days when they made turpentine pitch out of pine trees.
Mm.
And yeah, so Tar Heel comes from that term.
And that was pride, a source of pride to be a Tar Heel.
Oh, why? Because seriously, that's really hard, dangerous work. I mean, you're burning hot pitch and yeah, and I'm guessing that only poor people did it. I don't think
Yeah.
that you were Tar Heel. So,
Right.
and I guess like the difference too between like calling somebody a redneck or calling somebody a hillbilly, it depends on where you live.
Mhm.
Redneck is no bueno.
I don't think that's good anywhere in the country to be a redneck.
You know what?
Yeah.
In a second.
Really
What do
kind
they
of
call themselves though? What's the equivalent of a Hoosier for rednecks then? I mean, what do they call themselves? Patriots?
Maybe redneck is a source of pride. I don't know. In Ireland, we're called, well, anybody outside the city really is called a culchie, or a bog trotter, which is very, very mean.
Bog trotters and Tar Heels have something in common.
Yeah, a bog trotter, or culchie, or
Oh.
oh, there was a rock. Oh, I can't remember.
What is
So many of them.
what is
Culchie, Culchie, a culchie. I don't know, because it's obviously not cultured. It's the lack of a culchie. I don't know where it came from, but it was definitely country people are all culchies in Ireland. So,
right?
yeah,
Mm.
Well, we know it's not a Native American term.
definitely not. I can Google
It's a
it.
pejorative term in Hiberno-English and Ulster Scots dialects.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, those are my people.
There
That's-
your
Some
people.
people.
Culchie. A culchie is an unsophisticated country person. That's us.
That's the Ulster Scots that went to North Carolina and took their culture with them and became rednecks.
Yeah, exactly. And then, so you actually, and then there's actually words. So there's, I think I'm just Googling saying 17 Irish culture words explained in plain English. And it says Dublin English. So
So you still have to explain them to us.
yeah.
Well, apparently the pejorative term for somebody from Dublin is Jackeen.
Jacqueline, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Which is hardly that pejorative, but we did call them that. But yeah, actually there's things saying, oh yeah, culture words like queer, which is really weird, because queer, the old meaning of queer was something was odd, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
In English. But in Irish, like in kind of rural Ireland, it's pronounced queer, Quare. It's like, and it doesn't mean odd, and it doesn't mean gay. It's used to kind of mean like very, or oh, she's queer strange, or she's queer nosy, like very nosy, or like really nosy. So it gets very complicated when you say, oh, that, or you can just go, that's a bit queer, that's a bit queer. People are like, what? No, like, no, I don't mean, I'm not being offensive. It just means it's a bit strange, but oh well. Anyway, goes on and on.
It's interesting though how those things, some of them make it across the ocean and some of them don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, or as they're doing it. I found out the first time that I went to Australia that they have rednecks there, and I never would have considered the fact that they did, but
Oh, yeah.
and it was because like in the south of the US, there were muscle cars are a big thing. And I know they are across the country, but it was, that was what I noticed about Australians, that they drove these big, huge souped up cars and were just as totally obnoxious as their American counterparts. It was, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's, I was surprised when we went to Australia that they were like, they were like straight out of an American movie as to what a red, like they like literally chewing matchsticks and like no shirts on and, you know, big hiking boot. Yeah, the look was like so American, right? It's such a like a, but I guess it's hot weather and they're
The cowboy kind of thing, right?
yeah, the cowboy thing. Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, it is funny what hot weather will do to Englishmen, isn't it?
Oh my God, they just take off a shirt as soon as by March. Usually here in around April or May, if it gets to like 10 degrees, Englishmen will take their shirts off. It's awful, it really is.
Yeah.
And really, they're
And
not.
then they just turn red, right?
Yeah,
Like
they
just
really
get
should
red.
not be taking their shirts off.
It is funny to see Oregonians just like there's one nice day in May, early May, and everybody shows up sunburned.
Yeah, that's here too.
We have the highest rate of melanoma in the United States, I think.
You
So-
do?
Oh, wow.
I think it's one of the higher states, which I think is really interesting. I got a letter in the mail from OHSU that was asking me if I wanted to participate in a study. And I just find it really interesting that we have, you know, most people here are vitamin D deficient, yet people seem to, I mean, I don't know if it's because they go to tanning beds, which is stupid. I have no
Or
idea.
is it just cloudy? So you don't remember to use sunscreen
Well, yeah.
maybe?
Definitely be a thing.
Mhm.
I think that's the thing. It's cloudy, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, until you've been sunburned on a cloudy day, you don't know what that like. Oh, that's terrible. It's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
So how many of you were around last night then with Astrid? Were you?
no,
No.
it was just Chris and Dawn and I.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
And did we
No,
hear
we have-
anything about Craig's birthday? What did he do?
Yeah, belated happy birthday, Craig.
Belated happy birthday. Well, we sang happy birthday for him.
Oh, nice. Nice,
And I think the plan was to go out for a mountain bike ride with Dawn today.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, but cold. I think they were going to go
Yeah.
in the morning up to Powell Butte, and it's frigid here. So,
Turn-
Yeah, it got really cold here today as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I was talking to a friend in Mexico, in Guaymas, and he says, yeah, the temperatures are better again. It's 23 degrees Celsius. I'm like, oh, I want to be where you are.
Yeah, it's definitely not that. I'm not sure what it is.
But Astrid, are you making plans to go spend time remotely, or is that just a dream?
It's a pipe dream, I think.
Okay.
We just added another cat to our menagerie, so it gets.
Oh,
it
that's
gets
right, the
more-
black kitty cat.
It's the black kitty cat. Yeah, it gets more complicated. You know, the more pets you have to manage.
Right, right.
That feeling.
Yeah,
Where-
and right now I don't really want to go anywhere because it's all coming up. Oh, you want to see? You're curious about the cat?
I have
is that
She's excited about something.
Anybody who tells you a black cat is bad luck, they can just fuck off. They're the best luck ever.
See, that's why Freya was such an advocate for the black cat. She's like, nobody wants them. They universally hate it. They get put down.
Oh, really? Oh,
And I
gosh.
was like,
no.
okay, enough already. Fine, we'll go and adopt a black cat. So we drove
Oh, I
out
had
to
no
Shelter.
idea.
Yeah, apparently it's a thing.
How does Rigby feel about this?
Well, both Rigby and Maui have definitely picked up the scent of the little
Mhm.
kitten. Her name is Melohi, and want to get into the room where we're keeping her. Rigby seems most interested by the kitten food. So the one time he did make it into Freya's room, he went head first into the food bag. It's like, dude, do we not feed you? What's the problem? But we've limited any encounters to date. Everybody is still getting used to the new configuration.
Right.
So is she 11 weeks?
13 weeks old.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Is-
stayed vaccinated, got her first set of shots. Yeah.
Is she going to be a killer or is she going to be an inside lounge queen?
Well, that's a good question, right? Like, we don't know how Rigby will react. He may have a soft heart under his murderous feral exterior, right? And might just adopt her and show her the ropes. But we don't know what to expect. I said to Steve, you realize he's probably going to bring us any number of live mice and rats to train Melohi now. Because that's what
Exactly.
rats do.
Exactly. That's what you got to worry about.
It's just awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how they all get along. I mean,
That's-
both Maui and Rigby are super sweet with the bunny, so we're thinking there's potential that they will all get along.
Oh, I'm so happy.
That's good. Yeah.
Glad you adopted a black cat because they're always the last ones to get adopted, which don't know why. People are like, oh, they're just not photogenic or whatever, some stupid ass reason. They're bad luck. They're scary. They're
Photogenic.
I don't know if that's the case here. I think they're low. I think they're actually
Popular, yeah.
Yeah, I
Does,
think they're
does she have
popular.
any little white markings on her, or is she pure black?
No, she's a sort of a lighter shade of black, like jeans when they get washed out after about 20 washes, but it's a true black, and
Mhm.
she has just slightly lighter spots under her eyes and under her mouth, but not a
Mhm.
white spot, more like a
Mhm.
hazel.
Is it like ticking on her fur? Not like solid spots, just like spare hairs floating around?
No, it's actually solid spots.
Oh,
Like
okay.
tiny solid spots right under her mouth and under her eyes.
Sometimes kittens have what they call a fever coat, like if their mom was ill.
Ah,
And
Mm.
they have, and it happened to our Siamese too, when he had a head cold and his whole face on his mask broke out in little tiny white tickings. And after they felt better, they went away.
oh,
was-
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Her hair looks almost like, she's described as a short hair, but it looks like it's on static, like it's standing up a little bit. Like, what are you?
Aw,
Yeah, but
I'm
pretty
sure
sweet.
she's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah. Like,
So has she been out of her room since the, or is she just playing with the cat all day?
Freya's pretty much playing with the cat. No, she had some girlfriends over for a sleepover, and they hung out with the cat in the TV room, and the litter
Nice.
box is in the bathroom. So no, yeah, she gets around, but yeah, it's all brand new and exciting.
Yeah.
So cute. I'm so happy.
Yeah,
And it's not,
she's pretty. She's already way more cuddly than Rigby ever will be. So
Yeah.
This is a cat you can actually pet and put on your lap, and she'll be happy.
oh, that's
Too much.
all my favorite cats have been my black cats. I don't know why. I think they're just like, there's something about them. They're sweet and nice and kind and cool.
Yeah, although she's hissed at both Maui and Rigby when confronted with them from the
Yeah.
safety of Freya's arm, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to have a kitty cat introduction,
Yes.
Yeah.
virtual cats.
virtual cat introduction.
Yeah.
Okay, well, should we get going today?
Mhm.